5. Determining sample design. Every object that involve in any type of inquiry constitute a universe or population. A complete detail of any object in the population is known as a census inquiry. It can be supposed that in such type of inquiry all the items are covered and not a single element is left and highest accuracy is obtained. But in practical way this may not be true because a single element of bias in such inquiry will get larger the number of observations increases. Moreover, there is no way of scrutiny the element of bias or its level except through a resurvey or use of sample checks. Besides, such type of inquiry comprises a lot of time, money and energy. Apart from this, census inquiry is not possible practically under many conditions. For example, blood sugar testing is done only on sample basis. Hence, quite often we select only a few items from the population for our study purposes. The selection of items in such type of manner is technically called a sample. The researcher must decide the way of selecting a sample or choose a sample design for his study. In other words, a sample design is an exact sketch determined prior to any type of data collection for obtaining a sample from a given universe. There are two types of sampling, non-probability and probability sampling. Non-probability sampling uses a subjective method of selecting units from a universe, and is generally easy, quick, and economical. Therefore, it is useful to perform preliminary studies, focus groups or follow-up studies. Probability samples are based on simple random sampling, stratified sampling, systematic sampling, cluster area sampling, whereas non-probability samples are those based on straightforward sampling, judgment sampling and quota sampling techniques. There is brief description of some important sample designs as follows. Deliberate sampling. Deliberate sampling is also called as non-probability or purposive sampling. This sampling method consists of purposive selection of particular items of the universe to represent a sample. When samples are selected from a population on the basis of ease of access, it can be called convenience sampling. If a researcher wants to collect the data from students, he may select a fixed number of universities and colleges to conduct the interviews. This is a simple example of convenience sample. Sometimes this type of sampling may give biased results, particularly when the universe is not homogeneous. On the other hand, in judgment sampling, which is based on the judgment of researcher and used for selecting items from a given population, for example, a judgment sample of office staff might be taken to secure reactions to a new rule of office. Judgment sampling is used regularly in qualitative research.